lot to say about XRP simply because it still is trafficking in a high congestion area. One of the things that stands out for me is the speed in which we were able to take out some of these resistance levels. But it's no surprise that we're run into resistance at the convergence of the neckline of an inverse head and shoulders pattern and the 200-day simple moving average, which comes in at about spot 7.8. Right now, we're correcting in time versus price, which is bullish. That means we're maintaining the momentum. We saw just about a 40% gain off the low, which is also breaks with what we saw during the corrective process here. So that's bullish. Moving forward, anything, if we get a daily close above the 200-day simple moving average at spot 7.8, then we could start to entertain a run to $1 or up to 106, which is the 38.2% retracement of this entire correction. That would be the maximum level. It also corresponds with congestion going back into early June and late May. So that would give us about, let me just see, roughly a 37% gain from about the 200-day simple moving average. On the downside, look for the 50-day to provide support. I think the real key level low is the May 23rd low here of spot 652. That needs to hold. You'll see that it served as support, then it was resistance, so that level needs to hold in there. If we go below there, like I said, with Ethereum and Bitcoin, then some other type of bottoming process is taking place, or it was a dead cat bounce and we're reverting lower. We would know that with the daily close below the 78.6% retracement of the December 2020 advance up to this high. And then, after that, there's not a lot of support levels, but I would have to see that at that point where we look in terms of how we came down to the spot 555. Otherwise, everything looks bullish at this point. And as long as we stay correcting in time, the breakout should be relatively soon, I think. That's all.
I would like to point out something that you and me discussed the last time we were doing this thing. So when we were discussing, I think XRP was somewhere over here, and we discussed that this particular level on my chart is the 50 fib, which is 0.6468. Right, breaking above this would be really important, and then that we needed, or that XRP needed a sharp spike up that would breeze through all of this resistance level. We casually discussed it, and the next day it just happens like this. This was really surprising for me. I'm not sure if you remember, but
yeah, I do actually. I felt that the next day. I was like, wow.
Yeah, right. So we discussed this, that XRP needed to breeze through this particular zone, which ranges from 0.71 to 0.64, and it actually did happen. So that's interesting to note, and we've already tested the range high here. We've come very close to retesting it, but it hasn't actually happened. But as for the current correction, I think, does this align with what you just mentioned, the resistance level? 0.65, right? Something which you mentioned.
Yeah. The May 23rd low is 0.652.
Okay. Right. So I think it perfectly lines up with my 50 fib here. I think this is really important, and this is also what I'm looking at over here. A bounce from here, I would expect the next target for XRP would be to sweep above these highs. And then we have this particular congestion zone here, which ranges from 0.82 to 0.90. I think, again, over here, we need some move something similar to this, or there's going to be a lot of consolidation here. Actually, from 0.82 to $1 level, it's going to be a slow strut up or a massive move, something like this. But if Bitcoin continues to hold up, I would be optimistic on alts as well, including XRP, and then $1 level wouldn't be out of reach.
Yeah.